What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Bears Capital Podcast. Today I'm here with Nick, and today we're going to be evaluating the Bears draft. It is over now, and so let's get started. So, with the 43rd pick in the NFL draft overall, the Bears select Cole Kmet, tight end from Notre Dame. This was kind of a hated pick to some people. Personally, I'm fine with it. I'm not sold on it yet. I'm okay with it, but Nick, what are your thoughts on the pick?
The thing I see about Komet right now is that he's going to be a guy that we need to develop for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to win now with Mack and Robert Quinn in their primes.
Mm-hmm.
We've got only a few years left out of Quinn, Mack, and Hicks. Who's 29, I think.
Yeah, I think.
Can't waste those guys. Got to use them now.
Mm-hmm. I think Kmet. He was the best tight end in the draft. To a lot of people. I think, having Jimmy Graham, he's a little bit older. If they can have that 1-2 punch, I think. And Jimmy Graham, when his 2 years are up, then Cole could potentially take over. I think people have been comparing him to George Kittle. Well, he's not obviously there yet, but I think he could. That would be great to develop. He's a tank. He just doesn't go down. I think this is a solid pick. I think if they did not have another second round pick, I don't think Kmet would have been the guy. I think just it's value on the board, and the Bears capitalized. I think it's a good pick. Next up, so
he's got a bigger build.
Yeah,
he's got a good size. He's 6'6", like 252, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 2 or 262. Got to work on the run blocking.
Yeah, that's another thing. He's got to be better at run blocking. I think being that probably in that tight end 2 position, it'll definitely come up. More with him having to block, but I think solid pick. But I hope this doesn't turn out like Adam Shaheen back in 2017. He was likely going to get cut. He's a hometown kid, which is great. He wanted to play for the Bears, so hopefully that'll motivate him a little bit to do better. So yeah. All right, with the
it was Jalen Joseph. What about
Jalen with the 50th pick in the 2020 NFL draft, the Bears did select Jalen Johnson, a cornerback from Utah. I think this was a fantastic pick. I really like this pick.
He's getting a lot of good comparisons. I've heard guys say, giving him an A+, saying that don't be surprised if in a few years he's better than Kyle Fuller, which is a really bold claim.
Mm-hmm. I think, a lot of people.
Trayvon Diggs out of Alabama's who I would have been eyeing.
Yeah, I think either him or Diggs was the pick. I don't think the Bears really expected Jalen Johnson to be there. I saw him in a lot of first-round mock drafts, which is really
odd for a guy who fell in the 50th.
And a lot of people had him as their third best corner in the draft, which is really surprising that he fell. A lot of people weren't picking corners or with the Raiders.
The secondary wasn't picked all that much this draft.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was a lot of talent available. Jalen Johnson is I think he had amazing stats. I don't have him on me right now, but he had some amazing stats at Utah last season. I think he's going to be a great player.
He does have some pretty good potential for him.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I was hoping was that we had given up one of our second-round picks to trade up from Jim McKinney.
Yeah.
Or is it Jarek or Xavier?
For
the free safety, that safety from Alabama.
Oh yeah, Xavier McKinney. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm glad the Bears didn't actually trade up. I made a post about that. I'm glad they didn't trade up. I think there's a lot of talent that came to them, which is fantastic. A safety, they didn't really they didn't capitalize on a safety in the draft, but
Yeah.
I don't know why. Yeah, but Jalen Johnson is gonna. I think could be a.
He was a good pick.
Yeah, it was a good pick. I think he could. I honestly like with what I've been seeing from him, the stats, the highlights. I think he's pro ready. I think honestly, I think he'll start day one. I think he'll be the corner too.
That shows good potential.
Yeah, I think this is a slam dunk for the Bears right here. Yeah. So next pick, the Bears had was they traded up to 155th pick with the Vikings. They gave up a 2021 fourth round pick, which isn't. I mean, I get it's kind of a lot. I don't know for the guy they picked, which was
that next year.
Yeah, the guy they picked was Trevis Gibson, an a linebacker from Tulsa. So
You see, what I'm thinking with this pick, it's like we want him to learn under our guys right now. That's what I'm thinking is the upside, is we want him to learn under Quinn, Hicks, Mack, Golden. So when one of them does have their inevitable fall, he's there and ready to play. Like a Shaquille Barrett type.
yeah,
How he learned under Ron Miller and then went to Tampa Bay and had an outstanding year.
that's true. Personally, I don't get this pick at all. I don't really know why.
That's the only thing I see is that we want him to learn. I don't like the pick, however, right now.
Maybe I hope he's a good player, but like, look, if he even is a good player, you have Khalil Mack for what 4 more years. You just signed Robert Quinn. They're both gonna be coming off the edge. Where's this guy gonna play? I mean,
He's gonna be a third stringer for the next 3 years.
and maybe that I just don't. I like the pick. I just don't see why they traded up to get him.
Traded up to get him.
'Cause,
He would've
like,
been there.
If you trade up to get someone, it's usually for an important role in your team, and this is like a backup he's gonna get reps, and I hope he's a good player. I'm just saying, like, I don't understand the trade up there.
Why trade up to acquire him?
Yeah, I don't know, and I've heard he can play outside linebacker or a little bit inside linebacker.
Yeah, left outside linebacker type.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. I heard he's a good tackler too. I've seen a lot of tackles, good tackles. But yeah, a little confusing. I definitely was when I saw the pick. And Ryan Pace did say corner or edge rushers are like cornerbacks. You can never have enough of them. So maybe this was leading to a pick of a edge rusher. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Trevis Gibson, I guess overall
Okay pick.
we'll see. Yeah,
One that we could have held off on, however.
for sure. Yeah. So yep. Next pick the Bears did have was the 163rd pick, and they selected Kendall Vildor, a cornerback. A cornerback from Georgia Southern. I kind of get this pick. I kind of don't. He's 5'9". He definitely.
To get off for a corner.
Yeah, I think I don't know how much Buster Screen, our slot corner, has left on his contract, but
Yeah,
I think
could see him being gone very soon.
I think he could definitely. First of all, I think he's a slot corner. I think he's gonna. I think if we don't bring back Buster Screen, maybe he can learn a little bit under this defense and like turn into a Bryce Callahan. Like in 2018, he sat under like what 2 years. He was a backup and then came in and started slot corner, and played great. So I think maybe this is what, like this is. I think the Bears, this is 5th round, 6th round, or whatever it is. This is like a lot of backup moves, like, which is okay, I guess. I mean, I just think there's like safety position. Like, I think they should have drafted one. Like, that's a starting role that could potentially happen for that player if they get drafted. But
We needed to work on the offensive line, which
yes,
we ended up doing in the later rounds, but we needed those guys to start. We do need another safety, which we should have.
And right now, in undrafted free agents, I have not seen we've signed one, which I don't know. I mean, look, I guess maybe the Bears are are high on Deion Bush, maybe looking like just like a Bryce Callahan, like I mentioned earlier. He knows the defense and he'll come in and produce, but I don't know. Kendall Vildor, overall, I'd say it's a decent pick.
It's the best pick.
Yeah, it's not a great pick, but
I've heard what I've seen for his grading on a Bleacher Report was a C-, and mainly special teams. If that's what we're putting our fourth rounders on for special teams.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know about it. All right. We'll get into the next pick. Darnell
Mooney.
Yeah, Darnell Mooney.
I'd say that's a decent pick.
I think it is.
A wide receiver.
Yeah, he's a speed wide receiver. He ran like a 4.38 or something like that.
I hadn't looked into his 40 time or anything.
Yeah, but he looks solid. I think,
some decent potential there with his speed. Because we needed to replace that speed wide receiver after we had let Taylor walk. Or did we let Taylor walk?
Yeah, we let Taylor walk. I think this is a great replacement. And I've been wondering this myself, and I'm wondering if I sound stupid, but I don't know if I like the pick. I like the player, but everyone's been saying, it's not just you, but like the whole Bears fan base says that we need a replacement for Taylor Gabriel. Like, what about Anthony Miller? He's fast. Like, I
do like Miller.
I think Miller is like this pretty much the same height, same speed as Gabriel. Maybe Gabriel's a little faster, but Miller is definitely a fast guy. And we got guys like Javon Wims too, who are like big, lengthy receivers, and Riley Ridley is pretty good coming up. I think Riley
Ridley's the guy who I want to watch this year.
Yeah, I think he's going to be great. I don't know. I guess Anthony Miller and Allen Robinson are the only two for sure starting wide receivers right now. I think we'll see a little bit of Javon Wims, a little bit of Ridley, and Darnell Mooney, a little combination there, and obviously Cordero Patterson, coming in.
He'll be there.
But yeah, this pick, to replace the Taylor Gabriel, I'd say they did a good job. Yep. Next up, let's get into the back-to-back picks the Bears had.
That would be Arlington Hambright.
Yep, that is. I think overall 226 pick. I heard he was gonna. Pace recently said tonight that he was going to play right guard. So I don't know about starting, but probably compete with Fetty, Rashad Coward, and it'll be him.
I personally like the picks, however, for the offensive line picks, however, I feel like they came too late.
They definitely did. I 100% agree. I think the whole Bears fan base today, as I was scrolling through Instagram, agreed too. They were not happy. I wasn't either. You weren't either. It definitely needed to be addressed. I'm not sure what we were doing. I definitely maybe wouldn't have picked Cole Kmet right away. Maybe I like Cole Kmet, but Jimmy Graham was just signed too. I think
that was one of our big issues when you look back and rewatch the year. Was growing.
Yeah, I think.
But that was a cause. That was an effect of the offensive line, which we needed to work on in the draft, and I don't feel like we really addressed it that much.
I agree, and I keep trying to convince myself, well, if the Bears get through week 7 or whatever, when they're a contending team, maybe they'll decide to do something at the trade deadline. But I still think that they should have picked one earlier. I don't know what Pace is doing.
he's in the hot seat right now.
He's definitely in the
He
hot
was
seat.
going into the draft, and I don't feel like he showed what we should have seen out of him.
I'll tell you what. I think Cole Kmet is the decision on whether Pace stays. That's a bold take right there. I think.
Komet and I forget the dude's name. Komet and Johnson are what's gonna build Pace's future.
Oh yeah, I mean
If they bomb it, there goes Pace.
I think so too, and the other offensive lineman the Bears did take with the 227th overall pick was what a name we have here, Lachavius Simmons.
We'll just say Simmons for now until we can learn how to pronounce his name.
Yeah, Simmons. I feel like a lot of the Bears. This is just my opinion, but a lot of the Bears players they have drafted have just weird names, which is fine. I'm just saying it's like Travis Kindle. I don't know. It's all right. We'll get used to him. Probably this pick right here will be tackle depth. Maybe make the team, maybe not. We'll see.
Both that are two offensive linemen have a chip in their shoulder from being drafted.
That's true. Yeah. Decent pick, I'd say, for the 7th round. But again, probably
depth, which is what we needed. But
yeah, probably should.
Once again, it came too late in the draft.
Way too late. Yeah, it's a shame. But one thing
Here's one of the things I thought about with us having taken an edge. If we knew where we were going to take an edge, why didn't we try to trade up or something to acquire AJ Epinesa at Iowa? I
agree.
I'm not a big Iowa guy.
He's a beast.
But he balls.
He's a great player.
He scored very well. He's an Iowa guy. They know that if he's out of Iowa, they're guaranteed to be strong.
Mm-hmm. And like,
they don't want to get off the ball. He's got a lengthy build as well, which is great for for the defensive line. When you look at guys like Calais Campbell, it's just a massive human.
Yeah, I think that it would have been something they should have considered. I think that 4th round pick in 2021 and maybe 2 more picks this draft, which is definitely I think worth it, would have been the done deal. I don't think it would be a bad idea, but let's talk about some Pace traded up a lot today. Like we said, for players that are
probably would have still been available.
Facts, and it's we trade a 4th round pick next year for a player that probably will
play for the next 2 years.
Exactly, and that 4th round pick, which we didn't have this year, which is for Foles, it's fine, but it's could actually start. It's but it's whatever. One thing that the Bears did do after the draft was sign Khalil Mack's brother Lee Mack, which was fun, which is great. Hopefully he makes the team.
Fun addition for the team with some pretty good upside. Because with him being Mack's brother, I'm assuming Mack is going to want to push him to be the best player he can possibly be on the field.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's going to help keep Mack happy. And if he's going to be happy on the team, that's going to hopefully make him a better player.
I think this is 100% fantastic move. And if you talk about Khalil Mack in the next 4 years ever wanting to leave and you keep his brother around, I think that he'll want to resign here for sure. I bet I'm going to be replaying this audio in 4 years and be kicking myself, but I hope he stays. We'll get into that later, but Lee Mack is, I think, and plus, Khalil has had to have taught him stuff of his game too, so there's got to be a ton of upside.
He's going to, I think he will have some very good upside. Maybe the thing with him being undrafted is that I'm expecting him to take that extra year to develop.
I could see him.
That's fine with a guy who's undrafted like that.
I could see him being a practice squad player for the first year. Still being on the team, still learning from Mac and the coaches, and then being a real threat maybe next year. I think that's a possibility.
And what was the guy we took out of? We did sign LSU.
Yeah,
The guy at LSU, Badara Chirero, I believe that's how.
Yeah,
That's
I
his
think
name.
so. Yeah, that's
At
great.
LSU, like, because if that means he worked with Coach O, who was an outstanding coach.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
He had a good offense last year, and he's gonna want to come to play.
he is gonna. Yeah, this is great. I think. Definitely could be a depth piece. But could come in. Anytime. I think he'll make the team. I think it's a great move by the Bears. But yeah. One more thing that did happen today was sources around the league did say that the Bears were not expected to pick up Mitch's fifth-year option. So
they aren't expected because it's going to be a lot of money to keep him. But if we do take him, it's Pace admitting defeat. It's admitting he took a terrible player.
I agree. I think, he'll be here this year. I think
this is his year to show that he can play.
This is one last gasp, and if he performs, then great. Well, hopefully, I don't think he's going to go into free agency. Yeah, we'll ink him huge, and plus we still have Foles for another 3 years.
Yeah.
So I think I think this is good. I think
maybe it's going to finally make him Trubisky get to work.
Definitely, I think Trubisky is definitely has to be motivated. I think part of it again is Nagy too. Like Nagy has to have new schemes.
His play calling wasn't the greatest last year. He tried to get to, how would you put it? He was fancy.
Yeah,
fancy. He was trying to get like the highlight reel plays when
when you have to get the standard.
Like Mahomes, you need a guy like Julio Jones to make those highlight plays.
Yeah.
When all we need to win is good football and those solid 8-yard passes, those 5-yard runs. That's what we needed and last year or the year before, and we got it done that year. I wouldn't say got it done, but it was a step in the right direction.
It was, yeah. And like last year, the offense being so bad, it literally like murdered the Bears defense. That can't happen.
So much.
Yeah. That can't happen again.
It can't. That's just a bad look for the team, bad look for the players.
Look, I hope Matt Nagy realizes, obviously, I know he does, that something's wrong. And he needs to, this is a total...
address that very quickly.
Yeah, he needs, this offseason, do whatever you can. Figure out what you're doing was wrong, what Mitch was doing was wrong, and fix it immediately. Have new schemes, adapt plays to what Mitch is better at doing would be great. That's all you can do, really. Mitch had, a lot of people like to discredit Mitch, but people forget about the 2018 season when he did great.
And he did show some pretty quality games this year. Remember the Cowboys game?
He went off.
He performed pretty well in the Redskins game, correct?
Yeah, he had 3 touchdowns, I think.
Yeah.
He did great, yeah.
He'll do it. He just needs that opportunity because against those teams, the pass blocking was there, and we were also running the ball very effectively.
We were, yep.
The games we ran the ball effectively. The Eagles game in the second half, we showed up to play in that second half. Ball running was great. If we had played that way the full game, we would have won.
Yeah, I agree. One more thing maybe we should talk about before we sign off is the total destruction of what is the Packers 2020 NFL draft.
Let's talk about the full NFC North draft.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's start with the Packers.
So
they lost their faith not lost the faith in Rodgers, but they're ready for his inevitable downfall.
Which I think I'm all for it. I'm tired.
I'm for it as a Bears fan, but also when you look at it from a football standpoint,
Mm-hmm.
it's a move that the Packers should be ready to make.
They should. They should. And
Because he's 35, he's had those injuries in the past.
mm-hmm.
It's time to get a guy in the system working under Rodgers just to learn
Mm-hmm.
how they play Packer football.
It's true. Yeah. I don't like. Rodgers has 4 years left on his contract. I don't know. I mean, he said he wanted to be a.
In the future.
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't see, like, Aaron Rodgers said, like, he wanted to play maybe till he's 40, 42. And Jordan Love was.
Injury prone as him, I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I don't either. And, I also see that if he does make it to 40 or 42, Jordan Love was the fourth best quarterback in the draft. I don't think you can really wait
Only
4
got out
years.
for that long.
Yeah, for him to play. I don't think you can't wait 4 years for that. I think you got to let him play now. I mean, I don't know. But
Maybe that's just the way we see the football, but it's a business move for them to take Jordan Love.
mhm. I think, yeah, that was, I mean, their fans are livid. I mean, they're not happy.
From the Packers fans I've talked to, there's maybe 2 that understand what the trade means.
Yeah, I like how all the I like how all the Packer fans are like, this is great. Like, he's gonna learn on the Rodgers. And when, like, 2 weeks ago they're talking about how Rodgers is the GOAT, you know, and it's like they're bringing in someone to replace the GOAT. Like when Tom Brady turned 40, they didn't bring someone in to potentially replace him. They did bring in Garoppolo, and
That was for when Tom was out with his 4-game suspension over the alleged Deflategate.
and they did trade both Garoppolo and Brissett, saying that we want our 40-year-old quarterback to play.
We want Tom.
They wanted
Which,
Tom.
That's a bold statement, and it worked out for them.
It did, yeah. I think
That's a great franchise. I love the Patriots.
they're pretty good, and well, maybe
I
not.
love what they do with football. That's a team that knows how to win.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hope that's the type of team that the Bears should be looking at and seeing
Yeah,
what they did. Let's do it.
I think looking at the Packers draft again, like besides Jordan Love, they drafted a running back, AJ Dillon. I'm very
It's
confused.
an odd choice
Very-
because of their Jones team.
Yeah, very confusing. And literally, I think most of the draft for them was confusing. They did not even pick a wide receiver, which is a
The way you
great.
can look at it is that the Bears and the Packers, they took a really bad draft. They drafted terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And then
They both did.
the 2 worst teams in the NFC North
Mhm.
went really good in the draft.
Yeah, I think the Lions, they did amazing. Well, I mean, they were set up to do amazing, but the Vikings, I mean, who'd they
They
get?
had
They
a
did.
pretty solid draft.
Yeah, the Vikings did get Justin Jefferson and who was Jeff Gladney at corner, with their first round picks. Pretty good draft for them, I'd say.
They took the Iowa legend Nate Stanley in the 6th round, I believe.
Yeah, Nate Stanley. He's, I mean, potentially probably the backup there. That'd be cool to get him in for a
For a
game.
while for Kirk Cousins to learn under Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, but that's the
The
NFC.
Lions, the Lions. Let's look at them right quickly. Their draft, they did have a pretty solid draft.
Yeah, Jeffrey Okuda.
Taking Jeff Okuda, that was a move. That
That-
was expected, however. It was going to be, for them, it was between Okuda or Simmons, really.
Unfortunately, that they have 2 good corners, I'd say, right now, and that's
It's,
gonna be scary.
Okuda and who is the other corner?
Desmond Trufant, I think.
That's right, he's there.
So
Because they did lose Darius Slay, so that's why the Okuda draft makes the most sense for them.
great
And
pick.
DeAndre Swift,
Ooh, yeah, that's a good pick.
I don't know, because they have Kerryon Johnson.
That's true, but he has been proven to be injury prone. So I
Yeah.
think like a dual or split.
Between the 2,
Yeah, split reps, and I think that's a good pick for them. Maybe a little bit, or
They took the defensive end out of Notre Dame.
yeah, he'll be. I think they did need.
Was he any good for Notre Dame? That's your top. That's your.
He was.
second team.
Yeah. He did pretty good, I think. Yeah, he did. Um, yeah, solid. What'd they pick him, third?
That was the third round.
Yeah, it's
75th
oh yeah,
or 60.
yeah, incredible value for that pick. For them, I think they need an edge rusher to pair with Trey Flowers, and he's gonna fill in great for them.
This is going to be a good year if when we do have the season. It's going to be a good year for the NFC North.
Mm-hmm. I think so
All
too.
4 of the teams are showing pretty good promise so far.
For sure, yeah. I think this will be a fun year to watch for the NFC North. But yeah, we'll see.
One other draft choice that I found quite odd was the Jalen Hurts to the Eagles because of Wentz.
Yeah, I think it's another one like similar to the Lions with Kerryon Johnson. I think Carson Wentz is injury prone. I think they really wanted to get a solid backup.
Like they're banking on Wentz getting hurt. However,
and I think they did mention that they were going to use him. Yeah, I think they also. Yeah, I think they also mentioned they might have they're going to use him kind of like Taysom Hill in New Orleans.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, that's they've
We play the Eagles this year?
I don't think so. No, we don't. Well, maybe we'll match up with them in the playoffs. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jalen Hurts.
They could be a promising team with the Marquise Goodwin trade.
They could. Yeah, they got a speed receiver now.
They finally did get a receiver that really you can catch the football.
Mm-hmm.
Like their fast receivers.
Yeah, definitely. I think so. Yeah, they'll be good next year.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun season after this draft.
It will for sure. A lot of good picks, a lot of good players taken, and yeah, we'll have to see. That'll be it for today's.
All the best for the Bears.
Yeah, let's hope the Bears. Hopefully we'll be back. The Bears will be back. We'll see.
We develop the players the right way, but we gotta do it quick.
Yes, we do.
Waste years.
Can't waste years. Yeah.
Mitch gets his good season that we've been waiting for him to just break out.
Mhm. Yeah, but that'll do it for today's episode. It's a good episode. Thanks for coming on, Nick, and yeah, bear down.